Hey.
I wish we could hear the music.
There isn't any. I have to. It's tricky because on it's tricky because if you play music that you don't own the rights to, YouTube cuts it out anyway. So you won't even be able to hear it. That's why I said we need to get somebody to make us a theme song. If we get a theme song, then we can play it. But thank you everybody for joining. This is the 24th episode of the Cabrini Kid podcast. My name is David Haywood. I am the champ. Over to my left, I have Kadriana joining us, co-host. Say what's up to the people.
Hey, everyone.
Below her, we have KP.
Hey, Jonesy Bones, my guy, I'm popping my collar for you today,
And over to his right, we have our very special guest, Megan Pardo, joining us from the wonderful state of Arizona. Say what's up to the people.
Hi, everyone. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It is Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Hump Day.
Let's go, Pardo.
Everybody like, subscribe, share the podcast. So before we get started, I got a big announcement. And I kind of talked to KP about this a little bit earlier, but I got a big announcement. And KP, I'm going to need the DJ sound effect from you when I give you the signal. So as of today, the Cabrini Kid podcast is now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and iHeartRadio. Hit them with the DJ sound effect. We everywhere.
Congratulations.
Can't get away from us. So if you say something on here, it's going to be worldwide.
Got it.
Thank you, JoJo. We got our first comment. JoJo in the comments, checking in with us. JoJo, we appreciate you always. Okay, so we're going to kick it off tonight with a very interesting topic. And I think that because we have two guys and women on the stage, I think that this is going to play a big part in the conversation. So the topic is the age gap in dating. Why do women date up and why do men date down in age? I think that Kadriana, you're gonna have probably a big part in this conversation because we already have discussed that you like to date up. You said you like them 50 and up.
I didn't say 50. I said at least 10 years. Don't do that.
I thought you said 50. Why do you think it's more beneficial for you to date up in age?
So for me personally, I find that older men are more confident. They're established, all the little games that you have to play with like younger men. I don't have to worry about that most of the time. And there's just like a confidence that they have. They're sure of themselves. Usually they're established in their career. They've gone through hard times. And so I prefer somebody with a little more seasoning.
Yeah, you want some Old Bay or what? You want
right, Old Bay or Lowry's?
Little Old Bay.
Berna said that I date younger.
Berna Blue, what up?
She prefers to date younger. Berna is well known in the Arizona area. So if you are in the entertainment industry, if you are a aspiring model, please hit her up. She hooked
Berna, holler at your boy. Berna, holler at me.
Megan, what about you?
You know, I don't discriminate when it comes to age. I don't have. I mean, I have kind of a bottom. When I'm in the 20s, it could get a little sticky, just because you might not be mature enough or established enough for me. But early 30s, all the way up to late 40s, 50s, I'm okay with. I just
50s.
Yeah, I'm early 50s. For sure.
Specify that one.
Yeah, like early 50s, but I don't know. I did all age ranges, and I don't really have a cap either way. I found that there's some younger guys that bring to the table maturity, they're established, and then I found that in older guys. And then younger guys I found immaturity, and then older guys I found immaturity. So age to me is really fluid, and I'm open to a lot of different age ranges.
So at your age, if a 58-year-old man saw you out and said, "You know what, young lady, I saw you from across the grocery store, and I just wanted to come introduce myself," you would entertain the conversation.
I mean, it depends, right? I'm not saying no based on the fact that he's 58. I might be saying no based on the fact that he might look 58, or his lifestyle might be of a almost 60-year-old, right? And our lifestyles might just not match. But just on that information of I'm 58, I wouldn't be like, oh no. It'd be on something else, not the age. So age to me is just, it's just information.
Jojo said, "Men date older too. The older I've gotten myself, the more interested younger men have been in me. Cougar life is real."
I 100%, 100%, Jojo. I'm like, you're 22. I could be your mom. Like,
Okay, so
really?
listen. So listen. Young dudes like older women because older women just got that good. It's as simple as that. Like, like that coochie is just like it's something different. It's something.
It had a child.
It's something. It's something
She was
different
sitting
about
on
that.
it in church.
Yeah.
It's something different about that old coochie, and I'm not even saying old as in like derogatory,
Yeah.
because like that's my opinion on why younger men or fairly older men date older women. I just think that older women just got better coochie. It's just as simple as that. It's like, I mean, it's just something about it, just like that, just feels like home. Like,
Home is crazy.
It feels familiar.
But I'll accept it.
Like,
I'll take it.
I mean, but then the young coochie, they'll, I mean, like the young coochie just comes with just too much. Like, just too much. It's too much. I don't know. The older coochie is established. She's confident. If you deal with the right woman who's older, like I know some mid 50-year-olds that are swagged out that looked stupid good.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can't, I mean, I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that than, deal with, a late 20s. I mean, that's pushing it. I
think
Late
that
20s is pushing it.
Like to date or to smash. If we're talking about to smash, she could get it at 22. I don't. That's 22. That's fine. But if we're talking about dating and being serious with someone, nah, I don't think it's got to be late 20s, early 30s. Late 20s is pushing it.
I think that when someone chooses to date, outside of their age bracket, and we can probably say that's 5 years in either direction. I know from a male perspective, it's for a reason, and to kind of piggyback off of um, to piggyback off of what KP said, I'm not gonna say necessarily that older women's lady parts are better.
Dude,
But I will say
that shit feels great.
it's not as hard to get.
Oh
No,
I
that's
will.
not true. I disagree
I
with
will
you.
say
I
it's not as
disagree with
hard
that one.
because KP just said with younger women comes so much baggage, right?
Emotionally, but they'll give. I feel like
No, it's not just
they'll give
emotionally.
it up faster.
Nah, I don't agree with that. I mean, if you catch it on Sunday Fun Day at Bottle Blonde, that's one thing. But if you meet a girl who's like 25, 26, she gonna want you to take her out to a fine dinner and movies, and it may
That's
be.
not true either.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. I feel like older women don't. I feel like older women don't get into the. They don't play the games. They don't play the games.
Yo,
This is Chevy, my boy Chevy is agreeing with me. In my experience, older women have given it a fast for sure. That's because they don't play the games. Like if you meet an older woman, she like, "What are you doing tonight? Come over." If you meet a girl who's 25, she's like, "When you taking me out?"
okay, so I'm gonna push back on that. The only reason why I would say yes to that is, I definitely disagree with that.
I do too. I'm like,
Yeah.
Nah, but y'all are not older women. Y'all are not older women.
But we're like in that middle age.
I feel like I'm getting there.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm headed in that direction, and I feel like the older I have gotten, the more I expect, because I just know what I want. Before,
Exactly.
when I was in my 20s, I'm like, okay, bring me wherever. I don't know, if you open the door for me once, I'm like, oh wow, he loves me. Now I'm like, no, like I can provide for myself. So like I probably require a lot more. As far as like sleeping with and timing, I don't know about that, but like I think I require more now that I'm more mature.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I agree. You got more to lose. I feel like
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to like you in general, but I'm saying I would hope as an older female, I would hope that she would feel that same exact way comparatively to a younger female.
I think 10 years ago, if some guy was like, "Oh, come over and I'll like make you food," as a first date, I would be like, "Oh, okay, that's so sweet of you." Now I'd be like, "Absolutely not. What? I'm not going to your house. No, not on a first date."
Yeah, I totally disagree with you, David. Like,
it's gonna be other dudes who comment in this chat tonight who are gonna agree with me.
And they're wrong.
It's easier if you're a dude who's like 25, 26, 28, 30. It's easier for you to get an older woman than if you're a 40, 42, 45-year-old dude to get a girl who's 20.
Well,
it's easier to get an older woman because you don't have to have as much to get an older woman. You don't.
See, I disagree. I think it's easier for older men to get younger women because a lot of younger women see that as security, the sugar baby mindset. So I disagree.
Some women see it as ill, though.
Right.
Yeah,
a lot of women see it as ew. And they look at those
but they'll still do it.
You don't have a roommate. Like there's, if you're a little older, out of your 20s, they see you as like, you might not have a roommate. He has like probably a stable job. He probably doesn't go out and party that much. And the guys in my age range are still doing all that. That's easy for that's a layup.
Those young chicks, some of them are like ill. And then until they get that thing put on them, it's a different story.
Geneva said it depends on the woman. Some older women been married and don't want another man long term.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That could be true. She said also, so they smash early because they aren't looking for something permanent.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Like if I got approached by a 20-year-old and I entertain it, it's probably because I'm not taking you very seriously. I'm like, okay, whatever. This is just gonna be very transactional, and I'll probably do it sooner. But if he's later in his 30s, I'm probably gonna take him more serious, and I'm probably gonna slow down and take my time.
Yeah, that's
But
fair.
but that goes into what I'm saying. Like if I'm the 20-year-old dude,
Yeah.
and you like, well, I'm not taking you seriously, so I guess I give you some. I'm still winning. That's proving my point.
Well, we're both winning. We're both winning.
We're both winning, but
what we want.
that proves my point. Like,
Yeah.
if you catch an older woman and she's at a point in her life where she just kind of, I'm not trying to be super serious with nobody right now.
Yeah.
Like you said, that's your layup.
Yeah.
And it's easier for her to do that because as an older dude, if you're 50 and you meet a younger woman, you're gonna have to come up off some bread. You gotta have to take care of her. You got to do all this other stuff that the older woman don't have to do to get the younger man. That's why I said like it's easier for men to get the older woman because she don't have to pay for anything. She don't have to pay for nothing. The older dude, like he got to give her he got to put her in his will. She got to get some of that pension. She got to move in, and then he can get some.
He's the permanent bag holder.
For sure.
He the bag holder. We was at Home Goods. I want to say maybe like 2 weeks ago, and we saw this younger lady with an older dude. And of course, we was judging the situation. It could have 100%. She could have been his nurse for all we knew, but it didn't look like that. And looking at the situation, we was like, "Damn, she gonna get that Social Security, right?" And some women are okay with being like, "You know what? He old. I got to put him to bed at 8:30, but I get to live the type of lifestyle that I want to live."
Mm-hmm.
For younger women, they're okay with that. I don't think you find older women saying, "You know what? I'm going to take care of him. He don't have to do nothing. Just show up and just be cute, and he taken care of."
I don't think it's common, but I'm sure it happens, right?
Would you ever do that?
Me?
Yeah.
No. Absolutely not.
Kadriana, would you ever take
You
care of
already know the
I
answer.
know she was say.
You already know. No.
Yeah, we know that.
I don't think so.
Kadriana, if you're 60 years old and you still haven't found your man, and you meet a man who's 35,
Okay.
you wouldn't take up the majority of the financial responsibility?
No, see, my issue with younger men is
You gonna trip your ass.
I just don't find younger men attractive. So the things that make an older man attractive to me, younger men don't have. So I wouldn't do it. No, I'll just find an 80-year-old.
Damn it, man.
Keep going up the ladder.
I just gotta keep going up.
Okay. So taking that into consideration, and Chevy asked earlier, he said define what older is.
Yeah.
I would not say either one of y'all classify as older women. That's just my interpretation because I feel I'm older than both of y'all. Do y'all consider yourselves older women, like quote unquote older women?
I do. I know I'm getting into that because I've noticed the guys, the 20-year-olds, I'm like, ooh, you're young. And then I have a teenager. So I do think I'm getting into that older women category.
Same. I feel like I'm on my way. I wouldn't say like I'm an old woman, but I would say that I'm headed in that direction for sure. I'm not young, right? I wouldn't classify myself as young, and there are definitely spaces I get into. You know, going on the mill is
right.
Awesome. You know, when you get into space, you're like, wow, I probably should leave now. That's kind of when you check yourself, like, I'm getting older.
You're like, how did I end up in Zuma? It's time to go home.
Yeah, I was like, Zuma is crazy. I was here 20 years ago. And I have a teenager too, right? So same thing. I have a high schooler. And that definitely makes you feel a little older.
Yeah. They remind us that we're older.
For sure. All the time.
KP, do you consider yourself an old man?
No.
Which I think is fair. I think that's fair. I think men in society get a little bit longer than women.
I think
what?
To age. I think men get a little bit longer to age and to feel their age, right? You don't think so?
I think society puts more pressure on us when it comes to aging. I see what she's saying. Yeah. I think you guys can, like KP, you can be youthful and people can look at you as the young man for longer than they'll look at us as young women.
Like I know 50-year-olds who are like out partying all the time that are men, and they generally get like a pass. Like, oh, that's so cool of him. You know, if a 50-year-old woman was out every weekend, every single day in Old Town, she would not be getting the same pass as a 50-year-old man.
I don't know about that.
I think it depends on what she looked like.
I agree.
They both look 50.
They both look 50.
They both look 50.
Oh man, I think I think age is a mindset.
For sure.
And I truly feel as if, you know, if you want to date someone, if you're a male, if you want to date someone younger and that suits your lifestyle, by all means. If you want to date someone older, by all means. But for both genders, or for all genders, I think that if you are going to date someone older, then hopefully that person would not be a quote unquote, you know, stick in the mud or, you know, boring, because that can make you feel old, not want to do things of that nature. So, you know, it's always good if you are dating someone older or whatever you want to call it. You would hope more mature. You would hope that they would have some exuberance about themselves and things of that nature.
Yeah, I agree, because I have dated some older guys that started to make me feel like, ugh, this is a drag, because they were just old mentally, physically. They started to just not try. So I agree with that.
But age is a mindset. I mean, I think the youngest girl or the youngest female I've ever smashed was 25.
At what age were you?
Yeah, wait, what age were you?
I was.
It was all yesterday.
I know. I was like, was this year?
There was like a 12 or 13 year age gap.
Okay.
So
you were 35?
She was a great girl. Like, great. I mean, I would have dated her. I would have dated her. I would have dated this girl. But yeah, so like and then the oldest woman that I've ever had.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
The oldest woman that I've ever had sex with was like 57 when I was like 29. And she was bad. She was bad too. That was my first squirter.
You don't have to qualify it. You don't have to qualify it.
Yeah. That was my first squirter.
Living your truth. Chevy said, "Oh Lord." Right. She with the Lord now. Because that was
No,
20 years ago.
yeah, she's good at kicking.
He'll check on her.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
KP, keep everybody as a friend.
Yeah.
What's up, big head? How you doing? What's up, big head?
Would you still hook up with her now?
This
She's got
20
good-
years, but this 20 years later, so she's 70.
Yeah.
Yeah. 70.
The fact that it wasn't an automatic no.
I know.
I probably would.
It really
I probably
wasn't.
I probably would knock the dust. Probably would knock the dust off that.
Okay. Hey, at least you're honest.
So sometimes I think it's. I'm really not though. I'm really not. The old KP was, but sometimes I think it's fun to say that I did this, or I did that. Like, damn, I banged a 70-year-old. Like, you know what I mean? So to me, I think sometimes it's cool. Like,
For the plot.
huh?
I think the kids call that for the plot.
Yeah, I just like to. So, I have a list of things that I want to do.
Like this is something you want on your headstone on a plaque.
Yeah, it's gonna be something that I've checked off. Like it's something
Realized KP, he was 6'5", banged a 70-year-old.
I got a lot of things I've checked off, but I got a lot of things I have to do. So if you want to call in,
If you want to hear more about the 50-year-old, please call in.
Yeah.
813-518-5791. Okay, so let's switch gears a little bit. Do you think it's out of bounds for a man to expect, if he's paying for the first date? Let's back up. Let's back up. He picks you up, takes you to the restaurant, pays for the date, takes you somewhere after the date. Let's say y'all go walk around Scottsdale, look at the art galleries. You have an amazing time. And at the end of the day, he's like, you know what, I had an amazing time. I really don't want it to end. How would you feel about coming back to my place? You know, we can continue the good times. Is it out of bounds for him to ask that?
It's not out of bounds for him to ask.
That's some real shit right there.
It's out of bounds for him to expect it.
Yeah.
But it's not out of bounds to ask. You can ask whatever you want.
I think that's fair.
But if you expect it, yeah, it's out of bounds.
Do you feel like, okay, so this is 2025, so we're not going to take 2025. In 2024, and this goes to you and Kadriana, Megan, how many first dates would you say that you went on in 2024?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
First dates?
First dates.
15, maybe?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is that a good O or a bad O?
I got three.
3?
Mm-hmm.
You went on 3 first dates?
3 first dates, yeah.
Okay.
Well, remember, I was hung up on a situationship.
Oh.
So I wasn't actively looking at all. I just went on 3. So 3 dates.
Okay. So 3 and 15.
I mean, maybe anywhere between 10 to 15, something like that.
Don't
it's
scale
not
back.
higher, KB. Stop it. Relax. It's not higher.
Coffee dates count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of those, we're gonna stick with 15. So of those 15 and those 3,
Yeah.
Do you think that the man went into the date expecting for it to end a certain way?
No.
I don't think so for me.
No.
I don't think so.
I actually know.
KP face.
I actually know so.
I don't.
You know so how?
Because he told, I mean,
Because that's what he told you.
like later. Yeah. I mean, and they weren't set up to be conducive for that. You know, they're during the day. One first date was brought me to Hash Kitchen and then brought me to a pool party and dropped me off. He knew. Like we're just going to Hash Kitchen and then you're bringing me to a pool party and then you're going about your day.
Damn, I would have had you take an Uber.
He said, meet me there.
meet me there, yo.
No, he totally did. I went on a coffee date, and I think he was taking a flight right after that. There was no expectation. There's lots. It just weren't set up like that. And I'm pretty clear on what I'm looking for, and so I don't think people think that they're gonna walk into going on a first date with me, and that's gonna be what happens.
So you can't foresee any circumstance where that would happen.
Any? Oh, it was asked. I didn't say you asked if all of them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. In any circumstance, can you picture in a perfect world where that would happen?
Where they would ask and I would follow through?
Yeah.
In 2024? No. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Why are you laughing over there?
KP is like,
I'm not laughing.
No, not in 2024. We're not talking 2023 or 2022. We're talking 2024.
Okay. So 2023.
I don't remember 2023.
Kadriana.
I'm elderly, okay? My memory doesn't go back 2 years.
Told you I was an older woman.
Yeah.
Kadriana, same questions to you. So, do you feel like in any of those circumstances that the guy went into it thinking it was going to end or hoping that it ended a certain way?
Hoping, yeah. But I think leading up to the dates, they got a good enough feel about me to know that wasn't even something they should try. So they didn't try. I'm sure they were hoping. I know one in particular, he had said, like, I would have if you would have wanted it. But,
I'll show you yours if you show me mine type of.
But yeah, no, all three of those guys were pretty respectful. Nobody. But I think they knew going into it, they had no chance in that. Am I saying I would never? No. If the date's good, I'm feeling it, and it's like a really good connection, we're grown. But no, it hasn't. It didn't happen.
KP, how many first dates did you go on in 2024?
Yeah, KP.
Oh my God. How many first dates did Keenan go out on in 2024?
Mm-hmm. Breaking out the
I want to say two, maybe three.
Okay.
2, maybe 3.
I wasn't expecting that number, but
Kadriana was expecting much higher.
I was expecting much higher.
Nah, just 2 or 3. I think it was 2 or 3. It was no more than 3. No more than 3 first dates, I think. Yeah.
how many did you get lucky on the first date out of the 3? We listen and we don't judge.
I mean, you know me, fans, y'all know me. I'm gonna keep it a big with
All of it.
3 for 3. 3 for 3. Oh, wait. No, I take that back. 2 for 3. 2 for 3. The other one, there's extenuating circumstances. But
now, did you know that when you were taking them out that this is how it's going to end? Or was it just like end of the night, hey, I would like for this to continue? Conversations had.
Did I know that it was going to end that way? No, I never know. I forgot I don't have my sunnies on today. I never know if it's going to end that way. No. Do I typically have a good general baseline of where it could potentially go? I mean, I know myself, so I know what buttons to potentially push to see what needs to be touched softer in person. On the phone through text, you press them a little bit hard. Then when you get in person, you touch them a little softer. And then that's when you kind of just know if it's gonna go one way or the other. You'll have a good general read. Sometimes I'm wrong. There's been times when
I misread that.
I don't care. I'm telling you. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't care. This shit is hilarious. But this is the kind of shit like people don't realize. Like I really sometimes be having like a sitcom within a sitcom that no one really knows about. But when I'm outside, it's just like I'm like this dude who just like has sunglasses on, who's just super chill. Like people just don't know. Like I got crazy mouthpiece, but that's nonetheless. There was one time I thought.
Hold on, mouthpiece for us old people.
No, let's not go there.
Is it what I think it is?
You don't know what mouthpiece is?
Nah.
No, what is that?
Game for old people.
Oh, okay. I was thinking
the young kids call it Riz.
Okay.
So I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it a bean with the fans, and this is gonna be hilarious. I don't care because this is what the kind of shit that I go through sometimes. I read all the signs. Like my Keenan Spidey senses said, I am smashing. While your boy just first day, while your boy pop 100 milli Viagra just to beat her brains out because I was 1,000% sure. I didn't smash. My dick was on hard for fucking that whole night. And the next day, I was so mad. I was so mad.
Oh my God.
I was so mad. I mean, I called my dad up.
Oh my God.
I said, yo. I was like, yo. I took this 100 million. I thought I was going to, like this. Like, I talked, like, my dad's like one of my best friends. I talk to him like he's one of my guy friends. I'm like, yo. I didn't say yo, but I was like, Pops. I was like, I took this girl out last night. I've been talking to her for a little bit. I thought I was going to smash. I popped this 100 milligram Viagra. and she just wasn't feeling it. She wasn't feeling it. He said, "Why'd you do it before you didn't get her back to the crib?" And I was like, "No, I took it before dinner, so
I could be ready.
so I can be ready." And lo and behold, I didn't smash, and my pants was hurting for like I had to wear sweatpants that next day just to free balling all day, just to get some breather. It was terrible. It was a no good, very bad day that day.
That's what you get. That is what you get. They're assuming.
But for the guys, do you judge girls any differently if they do or they don't?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Like, does it change if you take her seriously? Does it change if you like her?
I would say yes and no, but it depends on the lead up to. I think that plays a big part in it. If you really like her and you want to date her and you're interested in her and it doesn't happen on the first night, then you're not upset about it.
You'll go out with her again, right?
You'll go out there again, right?
Yeah, because you like her.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're just super attracted to her and you just want to see where it goes, and the conversation's been super sexy, super nasty, y'all been sending pictures. You're like, we're going out on Friday. Today Wednesday. We're going out on Friday. And we're sending pictures back and forth, and it's super freaky. And you're like, Friday gonna be the day.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Friday gonna be the day. Right, because she had to say something to make you think that this was gonna be the day.
Man, yeah, damn.
But wait, you get to Friday and it doesn't happen. Do you care? With the second scenario, if she set it up, pretty sexual, right?
If she was participating in the sexy talk and then didn't follow through, I would be perturbed for sure.
Would you go out with her again? Would you mastro her again?
No, I would probably go out with her again, but I'm gonna give her a hard time. I would give her a hard time.
I'm going out just to pop.
Okay. Just attracted to her.
Because at that point,
just attracted to her, and you don't really.
Well, because at that point, you've invested. You invested. Now you're trying to get a return on your investment because you feel played. If you didn't have any intention of it going there, but you participated in the sexy talk, you have to assume that the guy thinks that this is going to end a specific way.
For sure. Yeah.
If you don't follow through, granted, he's not entitled to it, but if you don't follow through, you have to understand why he would be put off by that.
Yeah.
You have to understand why he'd be put off by that. But like I said, I think it depends on the lead up too.
Yeah.
If the conversation's been great, but nothing crazy, and y'all go out, you're like, man, I really like her. We had a great first day. I can't wait to see her again. You cool. But if on Wednesday she's like, here's a picture of me getting out the shower, and you're like, oh man, Friday gonna be lit. And then Friday comes, she was like, good night, kiss on the cheek. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
You're gonna be salty.
I think us girls know too, right? I mean, she said it too. Of like, we just don't present like that's gonna definitely happen. Like, we kind of know what we're doing.
But do you participate in the sexy talk though?
Now, like, no. I set up my first dates that like you don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm not talking about the date. I'm talking about the lead up. Let's say you talk to him for a week before you actually meet him. Let's say y'all met on a dating app, right? You already seen some pictures of him. He's seen some pictures of you. y'all texting and talking on the phone and FaceTiming from Monday all the way up until Friday.
Yep.
But if at some point between Monday and Thursday night, the conversation goes in that direction, he say, "Oh, what are you doing right now? I'm just laying in bed right now. Oh, what you got on?" And there's a fork in the road there, and you proceed down the left side, and the conversation goes that direction, knowing as a woman, knowing if I proceed down this path, he's going to expect for it to end a certain way on Friday. Do you shut it down or do you participate in that conversation?
I personally wouldn't, but even if I did, I can still get to Friday and be like, yeah, no, I'm good. Just because we have sexy talk doesn't mean I might want to jump in bed with you Friday, maybe in a couple weeks or whatever, but maybe not Friday, especially if it's the first date. Mm-mm. But I'm also not going to have sexy talk that first week. So
you've never done it, or you won't do it now?
I'm sure I did it in my 20s. I'm sure like late teens, early 20s, maybe. But now
nobody brought that out of you. That's why.
It's going to take more than just a couple days conversation for me.
Yeah. How many dates would you guys go on without it?
2 to 3.
2 to 3.
2 to 3. But at the same time, that depends, because I feel like there's a natural progression to communication and interaction. And I saw this it was on Instagram or Facebook last week. A girl put up a post, and the girl put this post up. She said, if she hasn't kissed you by the second date, you're not the one.
She didn't kiss me the second date?
If she hasn't kissed you by the second date, you're not the one. Nah,
she don't kiss me and give me a peck at the end of the night, then obviously I know there's no attraction there.
Right. If she's not holding your hand, rubbing your back, you don't touch her knee, she touch your knee back. If y'all not doing that, at least by the end of the first date, she's stacking dates. She there for the food.
I disagree.
I disagree. Yes, I agree with the second date. If I don't at least give you like a good night kiss, I'm not feeling you. But the first date, I'm not really that touchy. The first date.
That's right, Felix.
Felix said it can't be more than 3.
3 dates.
Cannot be more. But it also depends on how frequent those 3 dates are. Now, if it's 3 dates in the same week, if I see you on Monday and I say, man, I had a great time, I really like to see you again. And she said, well, what you doing on Wednesday? I don't have any plans on Wednesday. You want to get together? Yeah. And on Wednesday, oh man, I had a great time with you. I would like to see you again. When would you like to get? Oh, what you doing on Friday? And come Friday, it's the same thing. You're going to feel played. Because you've been talking to her, you've been building up to the day. Here's what we're going to do. You've been looking up, as a man, you've been looking up stuff. Okay, here we're going to go here. And then I'm going to take her to do this. And she says she liked these. And I'm going to go get her this and blah, blah, blah. Like you're putting all this effort in for 3 dates in a week with no escalation of intimacy. You're going to feel played.
I've absolutely done that.
Oh my! That's why I'm sitting here like, what?
I've absolutely done that exact same scenario.
I've held guys off for months without sex, so I don't know. I'm like, this is news to me.
Yeah, I've definitely done 4, 5.
In what time frame?
Probably
like 2 weeks, 2 weeks?
3 weeks. Yeah.
5 dates in 2 weeks?
Yeah.
With just with no physical contact, intimacy, nothing. Just thanks for the
I've
time.
definitely done 3 without any physical contact. Yes, for sure. One comes to mind. Yeah, no, I really was. He just said I wasn't feeling it. Absolutely, I was.
So if you were feeling him, so let me ask y'all this question because I hear women say this, and I've been told this by women before. KP, I'm sure you probably have been told this by women before too.
Free dinners. I don't need a free dinner. Sorry. Sorry, I did the comment.
I think men have heard women say, "Oh, I just hooked up with this dude on the first night because it didn't mean anything, but I like you, so I'm gonna make you wait."
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's the most backward thing I feel like I've ever heard in my life. Ever heard in my life, because you gave your body to somebody that you didn't care about.
Sure.
But I got to do the work because you like me.
Yeah.
It's the same as with men. When women that you're like, oh, this is just going to be a fun time, you don't put a lot of work into it because you know that's what it is. It's the same for us. Like, I've done that. Men that I actually like and that I'm feeling, I move way slower with. Way slower because I actually want to build with them and I like them. Guys that I'm just like, oh, this is fun. Yeah, it's different. 3 to 4.
Megan, oh my God, that is so great. That is
3 to
so
4
great.
with limited physical contact, depending. 1 to 2, I'm filling you out still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3 to 4 dates with limited physical what?
Yeah, with limited physical.
3 to 4 dates with limited physical contact, depending.
Yeah.
1 to 2, I'm still filling you out. And this goes back to what I said. I think it was a couple episodes ago. I said, guys take girls out, and we already know we like you. There's no feeling out for us because we chose to take you out. We already know we're in it. Women, I feel like, are not like that. Women will go out with a guy and say, well, he's nice, so let me just see.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how you get to 3 or 4 dates with limited physical contact, because you don't really know if you like them because you really didn't like them in the first place.
We did, but it's just different for us because we have to see if there's like that connection, if the guy's safe. It's just like a whole different ball game for women. And yes, but I can say a lot of women, we do feel things out the first couple of dates. That's the trial period. We're not sure about you. We're getting to know you. So that's why it's easier for us to just go a couple of days before putting out.
But do you think that, to be real, in this day and age, vagina is readily available?
Yeah, for you guys, yeah.
So, I mean, it's all, and that's why like women wonder why some dudes say 3 dates or 4 dates, etc., so on and so forth, because they're like, if she's not gonna smash, there's a girl that will smash on the first date. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if that's what you're there for, go find that girl.
Yeah.
There's a girl for all the guys, right? If that's what you're interested in is just that smash, then go find that girl that will smash on the first date. That's not going to be me.
See, but then here's the thing. So 1,000% agree with you.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. What we all know, just like I said before in prior episodes, we all know sometimes you have a wolf in sheep's clothing that can feed you the I want to be with you. I want 1,000%, smash a couple times. Next thing you know, you call him, he doesn't answer.
The communication is getting a little lax.
The communication is getting a little lax. Oh my God, Antoine would never do that. He would never. Oh my God. Meanwhile, Antoine is on his
back on the apps.
Back on the apps, fucking swiping, doing what he needs to do. So I mean, it's like it's a dirty game out here. We all know.
Gamble. It's a gamble, right? It's always going to be a gamble.
1,000%.
It's always going to be a gamble. You always have to feel people out and try to trust your gut. But a girl going on 3 or 4 dates, I will tell you that, like, if I'm getting to 4 dates, I really like you because I could be doing something else. I'm not that. I mean, I know the narrative is that girls can, they want a date paid for. It is dreadful for me to sit there and talk to a stranger. It's dreadful. Like, I would rather do lots of other things than sit and talk to a stranger to get a free dinner. I'll go sit by myself.
Yeah.
So if I'm getting to 4 dates, I really like you. And so
I went out on like 5 or 6 dates with someone, and we only kissed once.
6 is, again, what he said, like, sometimes the timing depends on it. 6 is a little, and not a kiss. I don't know if I
what date was the
would
kiss?
want to make it that far.
It was like maybe 4. Maybe 4.
But then 5 and 6, no kiss?
No, I didn't even try. It was just like,
she wasn't feeling it.
You're like, we're friends now, huh?
Yeah.
I'm the
We're just kicking it, huh?
homie. Yeah.
yeah. I loved her too.
Geneva
See,
said,
I also think when guys make it to 4, though, they must. I mean, this is the narrative I've told myself, is they must really like me, right? And
they're trying to get back their investment.
Yeah, they're investing. They're investing time. They could be they could have already smashed 4 girls by the time they take me on the 4th date.
There probably was.
I was just going to say,
I mean, let's be real. I'm not delusional.
They really want to smash you, but in the meantime,
and that's fine. Go ahead.
Geneva said, men smash and then figure out if they like you. Women like to feel you out and see if they like you. And I'm assuming then let you hit.
I agree.
A waste of time.
I think so. Yeah.
Felix said, you bugging. If that kiss ain't happening on the 1st or 2nd, it's a waste of time for me. I'm out.
What? The 1st or 2nd? That's crazy.
I feel like if she don't kiss you by at least the 2nd date, and I'm talking like not just peck 2 lips on your lips, I'm talking like if she don't kiss you with some sort of passion to it, by the 2nd date, either you did something wrong or she not feeling you. Or y'all just don't have that connection. Because it's not like y'all haven't been talking in between date number 1 and date number 2. Y'all been talking this whole time. So either you're not saying the right stuff. Yeah. What is it that I'm not doing that's making you feel that way? I feel like that's kind of a slippery slope as the guy, because you don't want to internalize it and be like, damn, I must be doing something wrong. Like she not feeling it. But she hanging out with me, but she not feeling it.
In my case, there was a history instance. Like, you can't beat history if that makes sense.
No.
So JoJo said she's done a 12-date rule and gotten 2 long-term boyfriends out of it.
Whoa.
I'm on the JoJo thing.
12 is diabolical.
I'm with JoJo because I feel like the ones that I've waited the longest were the better partners. The ones that it was like, kissing within a few days, it didn't go anywhere.
12 feels like a punishment to myself, though.
I feel like if you go 12, I feel like if you go 12, you just stop caring.
12 dates you asking to be cheated on.
That's 3 months. If you go on 1 date a week, that's 3 months. You just stop caring at that point.
No,
but does 12, wait, JoJo, does a date count as a 30-minute phone call? Like, I've heard that be the rule, right? A 30-minute phone call is a date.
Oh.
That's a date now?
She said 100%. Yeah. Oh, so basically she's talking about we could have got all this in a week.
Yeah.
It could have been 4 actual days and like 8 phone calls.
JoJo, Jordan thinks she's slick, man. Trying to sound all
Like
like
it's a phone call.
12 dates. Oh, 12 dates. Oh, we're talking about 30-minute phone call.
She said
Fucking
correct.
That counts.
20-second text. Shut up.
I've never heard that. So that's the thing.
Yeah,
3
I've
month
heard girls
rule is
say
a
that.
thing.
The 12.
I've heard the
12
3-month rule.
Yeah. Because that's what
I
I
was
used
gonna
to
say
do.
12 actual days would just be punishment for me. Like I would need to know. I need to know if there's compatibility because that could just.
Who's doing that? I mean, I guess fucking I did
I mean,
almost.
there are
Yeah.
girls who are celibate.
Kadriana said she did it,
Yeah.
and it was easy, just 90
Easy?
days.
It's just, yeah, like I don't know.
You ain't like him enough.
Yeah, you got willpower, girl. I
You
don't
don't like
know.
I was trying something different because my therapist was like, "Oh, why don't you date with intention?" And the 3-month thing came up, and that's what.
Did you guys like titty fuck or anything?
No.
Joseph said, FaceTime phone call lasting longer than an hour. 12 days should take no more than 3 weeks.
There you go. Yeah.
I can't believe this is a thing. So,
I mean, the current person I'm dating, I guess I did something very similar. So I guess it does work. But
you timed the interactions and said that's a date.
we went over 4 dates and lots of phone conversations. Yes. Mm-hmm.
In what time frame?
Probably 3 weeks. I mean, I didn't time it, so I would have to really think about it. But yeah, like probably 3 or 4 weeks. 3 weeks.
Megan said,
One more was this
I've
one
done
different?
2 to 3 days a week, especially if I have time and he has time.
That's a lot of dates.
That's a lot of dates.
A lot of
That's a lot of
dates.
getting ready for me.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 to 3. I feel like if you like somebody, I feel like seeing them twice a week, if not 3 times, is not bad. If y'all got time, if y'all can make it work, that's if y'all like each other.
It's the time.
Yeah.
The
I
time.
gotta be, man. Come on, let's get serious here, man. I gotta be getting some head or something. Like let's get. I mean, if she's talking about 12 dates, and she wasn't titty fucking, dry humping. You weren't doing none of that.
But see, when I date, because the time, I don't have a lot of time during the week. So I might go on like 1 date a week and then see them like in a couple weeks. Because I've done like long distance with guys. So maybe that's what makes it easier. Or I date guys that are usually super busy and I'm very busy. So it
I
works.
understand that, but when you see them, don't you just want to just be like,
Yeah, I want to, but I'm restraining myself on some because I'm dating with intention. I don't want to.
So the guy that you did that with, what happened to that relationship?
So we ended up dating, and then for about 8 months, and then I called it off. You know, it was good, but he was also very like conservative and stuff. So I don't think he minded. I think he appreciated, because he did make comments that he appreciated I didn't just like try to jump in bed with him initially, like some of the other people.
Nah, he was just calling light to it.
Whatever he had to do.
I really appreciate you sending me home last night with a kiss on my cheek. I appreciate it.
a kiss on my cheek inside of blue balls. A kiss on my cheek inside of blue balls.
Jojo said it's for sex. You can do other stuff.
Okay, so she's doing other stuff.
I'm talking about soaking or something like that.
So she has a 12-date rule for sex, but in between that.
Right, but if it's not actual dates, it's like 4 dates and 8 phone calls over an hour, then what's the point of having the rule? You're not really saying it has to be 12 dates. This is new to me. I've never heard that before.
I think it's a buildup of like rapport. Right. That's the idea, is that there's like rapport and connection. I think that's the point of like the 12-date rule.
Because how many times have you guys dated somebody, You thought they were like the person of your dreams. I don't know how many guys, I'm going to marry this one. And then a couple weeks later, it fizzles out. So that's why for me, I like to put some time into it before I just jump in bed with them.
But then you put time into it, you jump in bed with them, and it still fizzles out. So doesn't that mean you wasted your time?
And that's the risk that I'm willing to take. But I feel a lot better about the buildup and getting to know the person as opposed to 3 dates within a week and then it fizzles out the next week. Then I just added another body for what?
Bodies reset every year. It's fine.
Yeah, if I didn't orgasm, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
We don't count those ones.
Do you think, and this is I want you to give me an honest answer. Do you think that sex is good sex if you don't orgasm? Do you think you can have good sex without you having an orgasm?
Yeah, but it feels incomplete. Like it just feels, you can have good sex and not orgasm, but to me, it just feels like I'm not finished. Would you want to have sex without orgasming?
I mean, no, but but I think for women it's different because, you know, a lot of women, they don't come through sex, they come through other ways. So some women think that, you know, the sex wasn't good if they don't come. Some women think that, of course, if they come, that it's good, you know, and so on and so forth. So like, it just kind of, I guess it just depends. I've heard both sides. So I was just asking your opinion.
Facts.
I agree. I'm one of those women that can during sex. So for me, if I don't, it probably wasn't good.
Gotcha.
Felix said you can have an orgasm and the sex is whack.
For men.
Yeah, true.
I can't.
I think she mean KP. She said, who told you that, KP?
I mean, there are women of that mindset that feel that you can have good sex without them having an orgasm. I think I've had good sex without giving the girl an orgasm. I mean, I'll be 100% honest with you, or at least that's what she told me. So I mean, that's why I wanted your guys' opinion.
Per what I was told, it was an enjoyable occasion.
You said what, Megan?
100% you can. It can be fantastic. It can be awesome. And a girl still not orgasm.
Felix said we need her.
That means that this is something, because I used to think that I couldn't. I literally thought, oh, I'm one of those can't orgasm from penetration until I had the right person who knew what they were doing. And then after that, it was like, oh, okay, I can. So I feel like it's on the man if we don't orgasm.
Wow. But no.
Because I've heard so many women, a lot of my friends will be like, oh, I can't squirt, I can't do this. And I'm always like, when they're telling me about their sex, I'm like, well, you're not really getting good sex. If that's why you're not coming.
But it takes two people. It's not just what the guy
does.
does.
It takes two people, but it's just like, God, I don't know how much we can say on here. Squirting.
I mean, we didn't already gone past
that. Squirting. A lot of men know how to just go in and do it, and they just can get it done. Other men haven't quite mastered it yet. And so I feel like you can take a woman who's like, I don't come from that, put them with the right man who knows what they're doing, and they're going to come. They're going to come every time.
Jojo said, I was once told by a guy he's made every woman he's slept with orgasm, and I died laughing. He got super offended. Ladies, who gonna tell?
Girls lie all the time.
We do fake.
Yeah, we do. We're great liars. We can pretend. You will never know.
And sometimes
but you lying to me doesn't help you.
Yeah, it's only hurt. But sometimes when you're trying to end
You
it
only hurt yourself.
and the guy's like adamant about going until you come, sometimes you gotta bring those kegels and do a little shimmy shimmy and get it over with.
Hey,
Like
sometimes
shaking.
you,
Say a
Come on,
little
you
shimmy,
have
shimmy.
hey, sometimes you can't shake that leg. That leg
Yes, you
shake.
can. Yes, you
Yeah,
can.
you can.
She said
Every
a little.
woman
She said a
shakes
little.
the leg.
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
I agree with you that it does us a disservice to lie. It does do us, like women, a disservice, right? Because then now you believe that's what you have to do to get there, right? And we just fed you a bunch of lies. But like she said, it's A, more convenient. B, sometimes guys get offended or mean. Like rejecting a man and telling him he didn't do something he thought he did can sometimes be a risk for us females, especially if we don't know him well.
A
Which
risk.
I know you're not supposed to be having sex with people you don't know. Yeah, we got that. But like sometimes that's the case. And if we say no, it could be a risk.
Of what?
Some men are crazy, David.
Like,
Like
haven't you seen a guy get rejected and go off the
He
handle?
didn't get you over the hump, so he gonna choke you to death. Like that doesn't.
You just never know.
you never
Yeah,
know.
It's a real risk. Like, have you been around a girl who rejected a guy and then all of a sudden he's like, you know what, you weren't fine anyways. You're an ugly.
Yep.
I didn't want your number. And you're like, man, dude, all I did was tell you I have a boyfriend.
yeah.
Like, what
David,
just
you remember
happened?
that guy that messaged me as soon as he got rejected? How he went from 0 to 100, and then I became a devil to him. There are men that don't take rejection and they get violent.
Yeah.
I used to go to the club in DC all the time when I was in college, and same thing. They'll holler at you at the club, and then as soon as you say no, then all of a sudden I got a big head. Then all of a sudden I'm this and that. Like, yeah.
But we're not
talking about one guy this whole time. Yeah, I'm talking about in general.
No, but we're not talking about like a dude that you didn't give your number to at the club. We're talking about somebody that you have gotten to the point with where you're seeing this person and y'all get down to it, and 45 minutes later, you fake it because you just want him to stop. You're saying if he has a fragile ego, he might just snap and go crazy.
Yeah. You just said yourself 3 days. You don't know somebody in 3 days. So if you're sleeping with somebody after 3 dates, I promise you don't know them.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're on the phone every day, all day before those 3. You don't know them.
How about 3 months?
You don't know them. You should have a better idea, because 3 months is when the shield usually comes off. You start to see somebody's true colors.
Okay, how about 6 months?
You should know. 6 months, I would say you have a decent idea, unless there's some psychopath and they are really good at.
Megan said, yeah, she'll end up on the side of the road in a suitcase. Sound like Megan been watching true crime. Jojo said, I got blocked on Hinge for turning a man down.
See, that's crazy. But it happens.
I've had guys go nuts, and you just never know. You know, that's why girls lie and say, give you the wrong number, or say we have a boyfriend, because it's a risk when they're not guys you know very well. Unfortunately.
And if you know him well, he can't do that.
I mean, I think all people are a little unpredictable.
That's fine.
You have some knowledge, but you do never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I'm banned off Bumble, JoJo, so we're in the same club.
You got banned off Bumble?
Yeah. For life.
We need a story time about that one.
Right. For life? That means you did something egregious. That means you did something egregious.
No, not at all. I did not do anything egregious. One of my photos kind of had like a shadow of my nipple, and they got me for nudity.
And that's a lifetime ban?
Lifetime ban. I will show you the picture. It's crazy.
Damn it,
I have a full shirt on. It's like one of my less revealing outfits. And I was like, really? Anyways.
I'm trying to see a picture.
You want to send a picture? I will send a picture. It's not a bad picture.
We'll be the judge. We need to see it.
I'll show you the picture. It's not bad.
Right. Look at some Kadriana pictures. She'd be like, "Oh, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing." Felix said we need to see the band pic. Band from TV.
How do I show can I show the picture in the chat?
I don't know if you can.
I don't feel like I can do that.
Maybe.
I don't see where you can upload on the chat.
I don't think you can.
I'll put it to the camera.
Yeah, just do the little thing.
Y'all can keep talking. I'll find it. Considering what I post on the gram, this is very modest.
She said this is tame. This is tame.
Yeah, that's why I didn't understand.
So, what's your guys' opinion on women making the first move, regardless if it's sexually or initially?
So I got a story about that.
I shoot my shot.
Ooh,
I got a story.
okay.
I do. I have no shame in shooting my shot. If I see something I like, I say it.
Hey, Kadriana, okay.
Wait, Megan's got it. She got it queued up.
Wait, but my background is blurred, so I'm gonna take off the blur. I think that took it off.
What? That got you banned?
See how you can kind of see like
There.
Yeah,
There.
that got me banned. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry,
That is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see that a little closer.
Somebody was being a hater at Bumble.
Geneva, that look like something you aware.
I'm just joking.
Okay, so one time I went out with one of my friends, one of my guy friends. He's actually like a brother to me. So me and him went out one time to go watch the Iowa game, and we went to Sandbar in Desert Ridge, and I remember we was there for probably about 2.5 hours. And I remember I was going to go to the bathroom. I walked past this girl and she kind of smiled and held the door open. I was like, "Oh, thanks." And I went to the bathroom, came back out, went back to my seat. Me and him sat down, finished watching the game, whatever, and we leave. That was it. We leave. And I get home and I happen to get on like my Facebook and I look at my messenger and she goes, "Hey, you and I crossed paths at Desert Ridge, and I just wanted to let you know I think you're really cute and I would like to take you out." And I said, "How did you get my information?" And she said, "Well, when you left, I gave your waitress $20 to give me your name."
What?
And she did. And so I looked you up on Facebook and sent you a message. I was like, I feel like that's a lot, but I also thought it was kind of hot that she did that. I thought it was. And we went out a couple of times. And
A little sprinkle of psycho, but it's okay.
Yeah, she ended up being crazy. But
yeah, that's a little crazy. She had all the signs at the beginning.
But she was like, I'm gonna come pick you up. I'm gonna take you out. I was like, damn, okay. All right. And it didn't work out. But I personally think it's very attractive when women at least let you know that they're interested. They don't necessarily have to make the first move, but they let you know. Jojo said, 100% shoot my shot. I be in the DMs. I don't give a fuck.
I know, but
shoot or shoot, huh, Jordan? Shoot or shoot.
Shoot or shoot.
That's for sure. Shoot or shoot.
So you guys are making a move?
But to the ladies, all right, how y'all feel about personal Kadriana? I know you say you do it. And I think you told us about you reached out to that one guy in the Facebook group.
Yeah. And dated him for a little bit. Yeah, I have no problem with it. Because I notice a lot of guys, especially the guys that I like, they're too scared or something. I don't know. So I don't know. I shoot my shot. The ones that I shoot my shot end up being better. So,
But have you ever shot your shot at someone that you saw out? Like in real life, not online, in the grocery store, at the whatever, gas station. You seen a dude, I'm gonna go holler at him. Have you ever done that?
Yeah. I have. Actually, yeah. I have. No, I just my oldest daughter, her father, we were at a club and his friend came up and was dancing with me and I had seen him and I was like, do you know that guy? He's like, yeah, that's my homeboy. And I was like, I want to dance with him. And I shot my shot with him. Yeah.
And got a baby out of it.
And got a baby out of it. So yes.
Megan, what about you?
Cool about it.
Like, I'm not necessarily opposed to it. It's not a philosophy thing. I'm just shy, especially with people I don't know, and I just want to do it. Right?
He's like,
what? I'm shy when it comes to like approaching people I don't know, and I just want to do it.
KP, oh my God.
Even if you saw him and you was like, I love him,
I don't know,
my man, and if I just go up to him, I know we'll get married. You still wouldn't say nothing?
I'm like way too shy. My social anxiety just tells me just sit here and stare at him and hope he walks up.
That works.
Consider that shooting my shot of just like looking at him. I am scared. I am really scared.
Is it a fear of like rejection?
Or I'm just gonna say something bad, or
you ain't got no game.
Yeah, I don't know how. No. See, even just me talking about it, I can't even get out why I don't like to do it. I just don't like. I don't know. I'm just shy.
Is it fair to say that
guys come up and hit on me in person? I'm shy even in that scenario. Like, I'm just.
Women just say hi and smile.
I don't even do that. I just be looking at you, hoping you're gonna just go look back.
I hope he catch this vibe from across the room.
Right?
Yeah, that's all it takes.
And most of the time I'm surrounded by like KP and all of his friends, so nobody's gonna come up to me because they think I'm with a bunch of guys.
They still come up to her though.
They do still come up to me every once in a while. Or they just be like later on, they're like, hey, saw you with all those fucking dudes. I'm like, yeah.
I was gonna holler at you, but you was with all them dudes.
You were with all those dudes. You know, which one's yours? I thought you were taken. I'm like, yeah, okay.
That's the DM slide.
That is definitely the DM slide afterwards. Or I see you. Some people will see me in a bar and then like text me, hey, do I see you at Hot Chick? And I'm like, that's weird.
But won't come up to you and say something.
No. But won't come up to me and say something.
Jordan, what are you talking about?
I think it was the last episode she was on, and she was like, dudes don't come up to me because I'm always with KP.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always with Will and KP, and
is it safe to say that women don't have game?
No, that's not true.
I have game.
Yeah, they 100%
have game.
Yeah.
Is it that you have game, or you just hoping that he just like you enough that whatever you say is not a disqualifying?
I have game. Knock on wood. I have never been turned down by a guy that I've approached. So I know I have some.
That don't mean you have game.
I have game. I know I do.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think when that guy that you approached, did you think anywhere in his mental that he thought that he had an easier time to have sex with you because you approached him?
No, he didn't. I know
he was like, I'd like to take this woman out to coffee sometime.
The guy, my daughter's father, we met at the club. We hung out the whole night. We drank. I lived literally like walking distance, and I was about to walk home. He walked me home and like left, like made sure I got home safe. So I don't think he was trying to get any. He was very
David.
respectful because I was putting myself out there. I was like 21 and I was just stumbling around.
So you was giving him the green light and he didn't take it?
I mean, at 21, I was drinking. I was like, hey, I live right around the corner. We could go. Like, I probably was more of the aggressor. And no, we didn't. We didn't actually sleep together for a couple of dates. Like, it was a good month and a half with him before we even did anything.
And how long did y'all date?
So with Richard, we split up when I was 23. So what is that? 2 years?
Willie!
Willie said women do have game.
I was going to say.
I just got her name.
Right, just dropped it.
Oh.
I feel like I have lots of game once I'm on a date with you.
Like once you know you got it locked in, then the real Megan comes out.
Like one-on-one, I am a good date, like first dater. I'm pretty sure I always get a second date. I don't think I've ever been ghosted. I think I'm good one-on-one. Don't make that sigh.
No, what I'm saying is I would agree with that because
I'm great one-on-one.
I would agree with that because you like your swag is different than most female, like the most females. So it just really depends on the particular dude.
For sure.
That you are vibing with. Like I think you're a chameleon, but at the same time, I think it depends on the dude. But yeah, you probably don't get a lot of second dates because
I do get a lot of second dates.
That's what I mean.
You don't not get a lot of second dates.
You probably do get a lot of second dates because of those things that I named. So some dudes, again, if we're being fully transparent here, some dudes are in it for the skins.
100%.
If I hang around long enough.
Yep.
I'm no dummy.
I know.
I know.
I know. Some dudes are in it for the long haul. You know what I mean? And so it just really depends. Again, like relationships is a crapshoot in daily life. It doesn't matter if it's your friends, your neighbor, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you know, things of that nature. It's all a crapshoot, but you never know.
No, Felix.
We do.
Kadriana is in Cali.
California.
AP and Megan are in AZ.
Yeah.
JoJo's in Atlanta, where she can't touch nothing.
Why can't she touch? Yep.
But she is formerly from Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Yeah, she ain't from here no more.
He said she gave up her no more hood pass for JoJo in Scottsdale. She got to check in.
Yeah, she got to check in with me from here on out, man. Hey, check in next time, Jordan. You know better. So y'all ain't making no first moves, so that's cool. So,
but is this to say that for the right guy, you would go out of your skin and do something different? Like who's and approach him. Like, let's say, who do you like? Let's pick a celebrity, right? I don't know, celebrity that you think is attractive. Walks into a restaurant, you there with your girls, y'all having girls' night, and you see him. This is your dream guy. and you just gonna look at them from across the room? This
Yeah,
your one opportunity.
I know. Yeah, probably. And running. I'm probably going to the bathroom.
Oh, no.
That's funny.
I'm super shy. Remember, KP, when we first met, you secretly got mad at me and we're like, well, I don't know if it was secret because you told me. But you're like, why don't you talk to me like when we're out and when we're in person?
Yeah.
And I was like, it takes me a while to get comfortable with people.
That's fair. I'm the same way too.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Yeah. I wish I had that like skill. I just don't. I'm just too shy.
It's a gift and a curse.
Yeah, it really is. But I usually roll with a best friend who like that girl, is outgoing and she'll walk up to guys and I'll be like, hey, I think that guy's cute. And usually my friend will go.
Yeah, I'm that friend. I'm that mean girl. I'm like, I got you, girl.
Yeah. Usually girls like us roll with her so we could be great wingmen. Like I'll be quiet if you like that guy because I'm not gonna say shit anyways.
Smart.
Oh, so y'all be hoping that she break the ice and then he just end up in y'all circle somehow.
Yeah, every friend group has the titles. There's that, the outgoing go get 'em girl who will go and round everybody up, round up the troops. There's the shy girl. There's the swagged out girl. There's
the girl that drove.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the most attractive one in the group.
We love that girl. We gotta have her.
There's the vegetarian in the group.
Yeah.
There's
the raver, the one that raves.
Yeah. There's a promiscuous one. There's the low key promiscuous one. So yeah, I mean, and the guys have the same kind of sort of as well. So it's crazy how like the different dynamics of men and women, and like if you think about it, like the Seinfeld. If you watch Seinfeld, where George and Elaine and Kramer and stuff like that, and like everybody like plays a role. Geneva asked a question.
Megan and Kadriana, what's your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, that's why.
Libra.
He said, "Oh, that's why."
Yeah, I'm very much Capricorn through and through.
I'm very much a Libra.
What are you guys? What are your signs? Oh, we already know Leo.
I was like, you guys don't know what a KP is yet? He didn't come on here and announce it?
David, what's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
I knew you were going to say Gemini. I literally thought Gemini.
I am a Gemini. I feel like I identify with the majority of the things, except for people think we're moody, and I don't think we're moody. I think that I just feel like when we get offended, we cut you off. And I think the other zodiac signs don't like that. So Megan said KP is mad at everyone when he first meets them.
That is not true. I'm a teddy bear.
I feel like Leo's cutoff game is just as strong as Gemini's, though.
Oh, for sure.
Y'all burn down the bridge. Don't let anybody cross ever again.
But I feel like the difference is that Geminis give you an opportunity to make up for it. I think Geminis give you an opportunity to make up for it. We're going to let you know that we're upset, and you have a chance, maybe Leos are a little bit more, no, you hurt me, we're done.
That ego.
They'll say enough to ensure that the bond can never be repaired.
Yeah.
They'll tell you about yourself. Huh, KB?
Yeah.
Oh my
1,000%.
Yeah.
I don't know.
1,000%.
I love Leos, but you guys always circle back around. Always.
You said we always what?
Always
Circle
circle back. Always. I don't know a Leo that doesn't at least circle back once
You want to know why?
to see if you still can for that ego. My best friend is a Leo. I love her. And I actually do better with Leos in relationship. But as long as you're feeding their egos, they're so good. But once you hurt them,
It's a dub.
gosh.
It's a dub.
It's ridiculous. See, Capricorn, we don't like anybody. We like 2 people, and that's it. Everybody else, we can take them or leave them.
But I think
I let the door be cracked for everyone. I don't cut off anybody.
Oh, see, you should have been on the episode a couple episodes ago, because the guys gave me shit for that, because I kind of do the same. I don't discard people, is what we were talking about, because I think that's just so extreme. But they think you should snip. Well, KP doesn't either. David, he's Mr. Snip, snip, you're done.
Done. Done. When we're over, we're done, and my friends done with you, and my family done with you. And you done. You out. Excommunicado. Done.
Yeah, and I understand that method, but for me, you just don't have access to me in the way you used to. You'll never get that part of me back. But you know what? I'll still be cool with you. I'll still be like, yeah, we're friends, but you'll never be in a relationship. You'll never have my feelings again. But there's no beef. But you can go on your way. And that's how I am. Like, there's not one ex that I have that is like, fuck Megan, she's a terrible person. No, because I just said, there's a door. You can use it. And I just quietly let them go. And I don't get crazy. And I'm just like, see ya.
See, I think that's the way to handle it.
The door's always kind of cracked because there's no beef, but you just never get access to me in the way that you did. And I think actually that's my revenge.
See, Geminis, we don't need revenge. Our what is it called?
Absence.
Our closure is knowing I don't have to deal with. I never have to talk to you again. That's our closure, and that's friends. Yeah. That's family. Yeah. That's exes. I never have to talk to you again, and that's my closure.
Yeah. My ex-husband's a Gemini. Y'all are very great.
Mine too. The ex-husbands are Geminis. I love Gemini though. Very smart.
Everybody loves us. Everybody loves us.
But
me too.
Yeah, my ex-husband, if he's done with you, he doesn't care. If you're family, he does not care. He's done with you.
Yeah, that's how my ex-husband is too.
Yeah, and I feel like that's why Geminis are a lot happier, a lot stress-free, because we don't have a lot of baggage. A lot of different people don't have their hooks in us. If I got a text message on my phone right now from an ex, I'd be like, what made her think she could reach out now? I ain't talked to her in like 8 years. Like, there's no channels there. I feel like with the other zodiacs, there's a little bit of let me hit up Kadriana and see how. I went by the coffee shop we used to go to, Kadriana, blah blah blah. You're like, I was just thinking about you. Oh, that's sweet. Gemini.
I'll be like, of course you were.
Don't do that.
If there's no bad blood and the relationship doesn't end toxically, I don't see why. I've had one guy in my life do that, and he honestly, it was the most childish thing ever. Like, he was one of those, oh, you made me mad, let me unfriend you, let me block you. Like, he burnt bridges with everybody he came across. So I don't know. I just don't. To me, I'm like her. That doesn't mean we have to be like besties, but I got love for you. If you need me, I'm here. But I'm not gonna hate you because it didn't work out. That's just, I don't know. Pisces. Oh, I love Pisces. We pretend you die.
We pretend you died. We grieved you. We move on. If we see
So
you,
dramatic. I love. Oh man, Pisces have my heart. They're like the special zodiac sign. They're sweethearts.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
what-
I will say, and the funny thing is that so my girlfriend is a Cancer, and I know another girl who's a Cancer, and we were talking about relationships, and she was like, "I bet you've never been in a relationship like your relationship now because your girlfriend's a Cancer." And I was like, "Damn, she's right." Like I'm pretty sure she's the only Cancer I've ever dated, and our relationship is very different than other relationships I've been in, like noticeably different. Um, Outside of that, the other Geminis, I mean the other zodiacs, I'm just kind of like, eh. But Cancers,
They're responsible. So, fun fact: my best friend, she's Greek. She actually does birth charts for dating, and every guy that I'm like talking to, I'll give her their birth chart. She's never been wrong.
why y'all always got to go and check with somebody else about the doom?
Because like
find out a
I'm big
story.
into
Just find out
astrology.
yourself.
That's like my thing. I'm very big into astrology, and she's never been wrong. And
We want validation.
No, she checking the birth chart. She checking
I
the
do.
everything the same
My
guy.
life is
She
not
checking
to
the
be played
Truth Finder.
with, okay?
I mean, the Truth Finder, I get. You know, I've had some guys pull some wild stuff on me.
Yeah.
Wild stuff. And so, unfortunately, I feel like you do have to do a little due diligence in somebody's background. It's unfortunate.
I feel a part two coming on.
It's unfortunate, but you do have to do a little bit of. KP knows I've been duped.
Duped.
I've been duped. And so, like, you just can't take everybody at face value. So I don't blame her for doing Truth Finder and background checks and all that. Like, you never know who's a pedophile.
And that right there, one guy was a pedophile. He told me that I have something, like, we have been talking for a week. I have something to tell you. And I'm just like, oh, what? Like, he's like, well, and then he goes into this long spiel about my niece accused me. And then he said it. And I was just like, no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't even want to know any more about that. I just know, no, thank you.
Especially when you have kids. You need to know that.
That's what I was like, no, this isn't even.
Yeah.
So
Truth Finder is like a background check. Oh, but he's asking a question. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
He's asking what Truth Finder is. It's a background check, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, they can find out your criminal record, all your past addresses, known associates, phone numbers, email address, everything. I feel like dudes should probably start doing that more.
Probably.
Because the women be out here with criminal records too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad if a guy said that he did a background check on me. I mean, I'd be like, damn, what happened to you? But make you do that. But I wouldn't be mad, right? Like, we always look on, are you dating the same guy? Truth Finder, you know?
Yeah.
How active is that chat? Is that like a daily? Is that like a daily?
Every day.
KP, that chat is crazy.
100 people posted a day.
It's crazy. Wow. They have 100 to 200 posts a day.
And I've gone on a date with a guy who was on there. I had a feeling he was a player, and sure enough, he was. Somebody had posted. How do you have to post him? He got posted by somebody else.
Damn.
Yeah, it's super active. But you'd be surprised how many men try to play, especially locally. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times too, like women find out stuff because another girl posted the guy they're talking to.
100%.
Like they may not even post the guy, but they'll just be in there scrolling and be like, "Damn, that's my man."
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
10 girls be like, "I was with him last week." Blah blah blah.
She
blah.
got the same dusty selfies I got.
Is that just on Facebook or is that Instagram too?
It's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook.
Wow.
Yeah, I know tons of guys that. I mean, Scottsdale's fairly small, and
Yeah.
it's a very small circle. I know tons of guys who have been posted. The last guy that I was talking to got posted, and I found out a lot about him.
Damn.
KP, you might be in there.
I'm not on that.
He's not.
You might
He's
be
not.
in there.
Nah, trust me.
He's never been posted.
I'm like Assassin's Creed, boy. I'm like a cloak in the night. No, I would love to get an eyesight of that.
I feel like I'm fortunate enough to know women who have given me insight to the group. You know, Terry got posted in there a couple times.
Damn.
Terry's been posted.
I got posted in there like twice.
Damn.
So,
Yeah.
nothing
Oh,
bad.
and Megan's seen it because you guys are all in the same area.
Yeah,
Oh.
Terry's been posted a few times.
Yeah, Terry been posted a couple times. That's why I said KP, you might be in the anals of the group.
I would have been told. I know a lot of girls that are in there heavy.
Yeah, he's never been posted. Actually, like none of the guys in the group, besides one, have been posted. You just take a guess and you'll get it right.
But even still, like it's not always bad too.
Oh,
Like
man, I wasn't posted now, man.
Like when I got posted, it wasn't bad.
I don't want to be posted.
Sometimes women are just.
I mean, like you can get posted and it not end up being negative. So.
Oh, for sure. And sometimes it's positive. Sometimes girls are like, "Yeah, I went on a date with him, and he was a great guy. Just like there was no connection."
Right.
Right. Like sometimes it's positive.
Or I went on a date with him and he stole my wallet.
Or that happened. Or he's my boyfriend and we've been living together for 4 years and I found this hairbrush. Whose hairbrush is this?
Yeah, that's common. That and the husbands.
Yeah.
A lot of
hair tie. Like, whose hair tie is this? And there'll be a girl that's like, that's mine. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Whose eyelash is this? I found this eyelash on my boyfriend's tin table.
That's wild.
Jojo says sometimes women will just say anybody know anything and no one has anything.
Yeah.
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 That mean you good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or you just low key with it.
Yeah, or he's just low key. Like, I know, I mean, you could just be low key. The last guy that I was dating, I found out he had more kids and more baby mamas from it.
How long did you date him before you found out?
4 months.
Oh my gosh.
And he had a 5-month-old.
Damn it, man.
That you knew about or you didn't know about the 5-month-old?
I did not know about the 5-month-old. No.
See, that's why these groups exist.
I thought he had 3 kids, which is pushing my comfort zone. And he ended up having 5 kids. And and 3 baby mamas. And one of them was a 5-month-old.
Look at KP's face. KP figuring out how he can get in the group now.
KP knows about this story.
KP like, I need to see it. I need to.
KP knows about that story. That was recent.
But is that a deal breaker? I mean, y'all only 4 months in. Maybe I just ain't got to that point yet.
A deal breaker has an infant. An infant. Oh, you want to know how old he was? This is what's even more insane. Well, I don't know if it's insane. He's 44. And he was even like, I want to have more kids, possibly with you, Meg. And I was like, no. I'm not signing up for a 4th baby mama and 6th kid.
He was just collecting babies.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I did get a Van Cleef out of it.
But so let's say, I mean, I guess you can answer this. Or both of y'all could probably answer this. Since this happened, if you're dating a guy and you find out that he gets posted in a group, and someone says something about him, do you give him a chance to explain it, or is it automatically nah?
Oh, we need some explaining.
So the guy that it happened with me, I asked him about it, and he was like, "Oh, that was the old me." Like, no joke. He said that was the old me, and because
that boy got a mouthpiece.
Yeah. Because it was so bad. I didn't even comment on the post. I was so embarrassed. Somebody else posted him. I'm reading all these women. Like, I was with him, and I was just like, I can't even. And then I told him about it, and that was his response. And I was like, no, you are for the streets. Everybody's been with you. Like, literally, at least like 5 women had the same pictures he sent all of us, same stupid gym pictures, and the same story.
Mm-hmm. That's where dudes are stupid.
KP said, "Don't send nobody nothing."
Or take them fresh. Remember?
Well,
you want to see me? FaceTime me.
I feel like guys who do that, who send you a lot of selfies, kind of like want to rope you in and make you feel like a part of their day. I actually feel like too many like selfies and things like that are sort of a red flag.
I'm not taking those selfies.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
If they're low key or just talking to you, they're not sending you a damn selfie 3 times a day.
Not once.
Yeah, I know.
So if he sends you a selfie, that's a red flag?
Multiple. And one selfie's fine. But like if he's sending me a selfie like every morning in his bed and then at the gym, I feel like those type of guys want to like really rope girls in pretty quickly. And so they're sending them to multiple girls. Oh.
Joseph said men aren't the smartest. That's why they get caught cheating. Women, not so much.
Yeah. We know how to like not take live pictures so you can't hear sound, location. We're smart.
Yeah, the dudes are just dumb.
I mean, they're smart. We're just
smarter, I guess. Yeah.
Savvier. Well, you know what I think it is we're so used to doing so much investigation on guys that we know the tricks.
Yeah.
Like we know what not to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair.
Y'all know the channels, so y'all know, okay, let me turn my location off. Let me turn my phone off. I'm going to say my phone died. I'm going to tell my girlfriends, hey, if somebody call you, I was with y'all.
Yeah.
We took this picture 2 weeks ago. Make sure y'all post it tonight.
Yep.
Yep. Don't post it while you're there. Wait a couple days.
Yeah. Move the location to my Apple Watch, so I'll just leave it at home.
And y'all wonder why men have trust issues.
I mean, I only know that because guys. That's what I'm saying. We catch guys so much that we just learn all the ways.
That's crazy work.
Yeah. When we get cheated on, it's never usually a surprise. We can tell. Men aren't that complicated.
I feel like women always say, I knew he was cheating because he switched up his behavior.
Yeah.
He used to call me every day, then it turned into every couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I would say that. And then we can also pick out which woman it is.
Out of 2,000 women in your followers?
Yep, we know
what it is.
We know which one.
Based off of what? Because you know his type?
That, and then it'll be like a new recent like comment under an old picture or something. Like he'll post a picture, you'll see a new comment, and then you click on her page, you see his little heart or whatever. It's almost too easy. We can tell.
Our spidey senses just go, that's the one.
And we know
I feel like y'all self-sabotage to speak a lot of stuff into existence.
Maybe, but
I somewhat agree with that. Like we go looking and eventually we find something, right? That we're
fine. Yep.
I do agree with that, because I have had to like really draw back on like, all right, you just trust this person and you're not going to investigate anything, because it will drive, at least me, it will drive me crazy.
Yeah, once you start looking.
Yeah. I only start looking if things switch up. Like if the behaviors are just off, that's when I'll start looking.
Yeah.
Or post them in the group.
I'm never posting.
Does somebody know Antoine?
I'm an observer only. I'm not embarrassing myself.
Not doing it. I don't even comment. I could be with that guy too. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, that guy who got posted, I didn't say anything. No. Yeah, JoJo, they don't hide it well.
All right. Well, we are almost at 2 hours for tonight, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap. But I think this was an awesome episode. Definitely was an awesome episode. Kadriana, you got anything you want to say before we get out?
Yeah, this was a good episode. Megan, thanks for joining us.
Of course, thanks for having me.
And yeah, everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow all of us on social media. And thank you, David, for this wonderful podcast, because without you, this wouldn't be. So shout out to the Cabrini kid himself.
KP,
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Like, subscribe. Until next week.
Megan, our special guest, Megan, thank you for joining us today. What do you have? Any parting words for the fans?
Just thank you. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks for having me. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Pardo.
Of course.
Thank you, everybody in the chat too. This was good.
Thank you for everybody in the chat.
Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Jordan, Felix,
Hey, Geneva. We love you.
Willie.
Yeah, Willie.
I just want to reiterate, the Cabrini Kid podcast is now available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and iHeartRadio now. This episode will be live tomorrow, but you can catch all the past episodes on there now. So go ahead.
Hey, real quick, sorry to interrupt you, David. I do want to send another quick shout out, because Jordan been supporting super heavy. Megan has been supporting since day one. She's always been writing in the chat. Excuse me. And then, I do want to thank, my family and stuff that have watched, and friends as well. I know my boy John is watching. Him and his dog is watching. He sent me a video of him and his dog watching. So appreciate you, John. And but we're trying to grow this thing. So please like, subscribe, come in every Wednesday. We hope to have friends and family join and talk about a lot of different things that we can have more conversation about. Megan Duck, thank you so much for joining tonight. I appreciate you. So good to see you. So good to see you. Thank you.
Absolutely. We love the love. We love all the appreciation. We just want to thank everybody for tuning in, because you could have been anywhere else on your hump day, but you chose to spend a couple hours with us. So we thank you for that. But next week, we will be back, same time, same channels, You can catch us almost anywhere. We will be back. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.